All right, welcome to You're My Best Friend, a podcast about life, friendship, and tacos. My name is Ruben J.
And I'm Moxy Ann.
Are we recording on that thing too?
We are indeed.
Perfect. So it's
that thing. It's a phone.
It's a
Welcome
phone.
to 2024.
What is that little mechanical?
What's that rectangle you got up there, Sonny?
How does it work? Back in my day.
We just looked at each other and that was it. Why am I Jewish?
Why are we old Jewish people?
That's what I am at heart, really. I
Yeah.
love bagels, matzo ball.
Same.
Don't want anyone to talk to me.
Same. My name is Ruben J.
And I'm Moxy Ann. We already did this.
Did we? I don't
Yeah.
think we got to that part.
Maybe we did. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. And the reason why we are back before January 8th.
By the way, this is a bite-sized episode.
It's a bite size. It's fun size.
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos of this Australian guy, and he basically is pitching every business idea that has ever come to fruition? I'm gonna switch sides on the microphone just in case.
Yes, that looks better.
Okay, cool. Thanks. You could have told me that beforehand.
Well.
But basically, he's like pitching everything under the sun, like delivery fees and all these different business concepts. And he has a Snickers bar, and he's cutting them into small pieces. And he goes, "Does this look fun?" And the other guy goes, "What do you mean fun? It looks small." He goes, "Well, we can't call it small size, but we can call it fun size." And that's how fun size candy was invented.
Wow.
Complete random.
That's real.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that's like history, but it at least works. We got a selfie in the studio. And she's wearing our merch.
Wait, are you leaving? Oh, we need to take a picture, like for real. Can we pause?
Anyway, so the reason why we are doing this podcast is because I took exception to something that you said.
You took exception?
Exception.
Offense?
Offense. I was offended by...
Why were you offended by that? That's a weird thing to be offended by.
Listen, when people hear what you said, they will understand exactly...
I don't think so, but we got to read the source material.
Yes, and I'm trying to find it right now. Do you oh, it's on your phone, isn't it?
Yes.
We didn't think this one through, did we?
Would you like me to find it? Here.
No, I got it.
If you go on my profile, so if this is a thread we're referring to. It's if you go to my profile and go to replies, you'll find it.
Yeah, I found it. So somebody posts rules of engagement for Thanksgiving 2024.
You should read the full post. Can I read the full post?
Like all...
Yeah, because it's really funny.
All 11 points?
Can I? I'll practice my voiceover voice.
I'll do it because I'll be faster.
Dang it.
Number 1, the host should be asked, not assumed. I agree with that one. Needs to be an established member of the family of a minimum 7 years and cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, whoever volunteers to make the macaroni and cheese shouldn't make it. I also agree with that one. It should be your black friend. The mac and cheese maker should be recommended.
Appropriate.
It may not be appropriate, but it's true. Or a professional chef, one of the two.
Yeah.
Any person newly married.
In my case, the professional chef is a black friend. So.
We're getting canceled for that.
Yeah,
one.
We are.
Any person newly
Shout out to Michelle.
Oh gosh. Any person newly married into the family should make nothing. No, nothing. The only directive they should get is help me get this food on the table. I like that.
Yeah.
Number 4, the cousin that's always late is responsible for paper towels. Not the napkins, not the utensils, not the cups, just paper towels.
Yeah.
I agree with that one too. This is number 5. This is not the year to try something new or jazz anything up. Put the turmeric down. Number 6, if it's your first year bringing a dish, make a small pan. If people rave about it, bring the big pan next year. If not, cease and desist. Like, season isn't like die and never come back? What's decease? That's decease.
That's not cease and decease. Although I like that. I'm going to use that now. Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Yes. Number 7. If everyone raves about mama's or grandma's collards. Oh, God. Wait, hold on one second. Oh, no.
Did you lose it?
No. This person's black.
Yes, I know.
I did not know that when I made my joke.
Oh, my gosh, Ruben.
Oh, no. Okay, if everyone raves about mama's or grandma's collards, and they're alive, do not make your version. This ain't your year. 100%. Number 8, make sure those deviled eggs or potato salad stays in the fridge until the people start serving themselves. The house is too hot, and salmonella is a thing.
Salmonella. Salmonella.
This reminds me of the episode from The Office when Michael Scott takes the potato salad to the party and just like, it's been in my car all day.
No.
Number 9, don't bring the brand new significant other home to meet the family. That relationship needs to be a minimum of a year old. And no, they cannot bring a dish. Okay, that one sounds personal. Number 10, this is not the year to bring up politics. Just don't.
Yikes, yeah.
I said don't. I think Donald Trump has something else to say about that.
I would not.
Number 11, you did forget to put something out, and it's probably the cranberry sauce. You're welcome. All right. So.
Can I see it?
Yeah. So you then commented.
And by the way, just for the record, if you are on Threads, this is from Danita Lachelle, I believe. That's at DANITALASHELLE. This thread has gone semi-viral, but I really liked it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, and I think she makes some great points.
Oh yeah, especially
100%.
especially the one about the paper towels, because I'm always late. I would love to bring paper towels.
I think that you should just never bring food in general.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Especially if you're cooking it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I take no offense to that. I'm a bad cook and I don't like it.
I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just in the future, if I ever invite you over, don't bring a dish. Pick up a pizza on the way in.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read your reply.
Okay, so I am, to be fair, this was in the middle of the night. I commented, that's when I tend to do all of my posting on Threads. Yeah, it's really weird. Actually, I'll wake up and have something have gone semi-viral on Threads, which viral on Threads is like a couple hundred likes right now at this point. Anyway, I commented, all of this except no new relationships. I brought my situationship, quote unquote, to our family Christmas. Don't laugh at that. To our family Christmas because I had to leave the country for a few weeks, and Christmas was the only chance we had to spend time together. The Christmas party turned out to be the reason we made it official, i.e. Panic asked him, "What are we?" before having to introduce him to distant relatives. He handled it like a champ. He's my husband now. To which Ruben discovered this comment. I don't know how you just get all of my comments.
Because I purposely interact with your content to help it get boosted.
Thank you.
So is
that why you hate on me all the time?
Yes. And so in return of that, Threads is like, hey, this person really likes this person's threads. Therefore, I'm just going to show more of it. And I don't like your threads that much.
That's fair.
Most of your threads do not make sense.
I think you just think I don't make sense.
You don't make sense, to be honest.
You are not my target audience.
Who is your target audience?
Mostly my husband.
He's not even on social media.
No, that's why I'm tracking so well with my analytics. My numbers are great in my household.
10 out of 10 would recommend?
Yeah, that's he's
great.
A fan.
I love that. Is he your biggest fan, though?
Yes, he is. Well, he might have to battle with my grandma for that one, honestly.
Yeah, but grandma didn't marry you.
That is true.
Would have been weird if she did.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, it'd be a weird podcast. But my entire... the reason why I am offended by your response... Did you read your response?
I read my response. Do you want me to read your response?
Please.
So Ruben at the Ruben J said...
Read it in my tone and voice.
I don't think you understand what a situationship is.
I am not a pompous ass. I'm a lot of things. But pompous is not one of them.
What about ass?
100%. Stand by that. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
So I said, no, probably not, with some laughing faces. And I said, it was a situation, though. And then you said, which I actually didn't understand this comment. You said, okay, we are talking about in the future. Oh, did you mean we're talking about this conversation in the future?
Oh, yeah, I probably had a typo. I don't type good.
No, you do not. You also don't talk good.
I don't talk good.
No.
Why use more words when few words do more?
Anyway, so Danita Lachelle also saw my comment, and she said, "Friend, y'all weren't in a situationship. Y'all were just undefined. Also, Christmas has a different set of rules."
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for her set of rules.
I
for Christmas.
want her Christmas rules. Yeah.
We need to reach out to her and go line by line with these items.
Yeah, I totally want that.
Maybe we can do that for next year's Friendsgiving episode.
I would
which,
love
by the way,
that.
if you have not listened to it, it is out now.
Yes.
Head back, listen to it. So, can I have my phone back?
Yes, you can have your phone back.
Mainly because I'm not sure what you may or may not have posted on my threads at that point.
Nothing.
You had so much power.
I did. I'm shocked you handed over your phone to me.
And you did not take advantage of it.
No, because I'm a good friend.
How dare you?
Be a good friend?
That is a terrible, terrible thing.
You're a terrible, terrible thing.
Always, I'm not a thing. Always take advantage of your friend leaving their Facebook page open or their Instagram open or their phone unattended to take really ridiculous selfies. Rule number 1. That's
and that is why Ruben doesn't have multiple best friends.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So here's the reason why we're having this emergency podcast.
Emergency.
It's an emergency podcast coming out a month later.
This is a street taco episode.
Street taco. Yes. You did not use the word situationship right.
Okay. How was I supposed to use it?
Not in that. A situationship is, okay, if you want to go by like definition, like
definition.
who would want to use definition?
I have it right here if you'd like me to read it.
Oh, do you? Yeah,
yes,
please,
I do.
pull it up.
A situationship is a romantic or sexual relationship that's undefined and non-committal. People in a situationship are more than friends but less than committed romantic partners. Situationships can happen for many reasons, including one or both parties aren't ready for a serious commitment, one or both parties are unsure of their feelings, one or both parties are recovering from a previous heartbreak. Situationships can feel comfortable in the short term, but the lack of clarity can cause frustration, anxiety, stress, feelings of rejection, and low self-worth.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing about what you and Brad were at that point is, yes, it was undefined, but typically situationships, at least in the modern sense, which I guess situationship in general is a modern thing.
Yeah.
But typically...
It's extremely modern.
Yeah, but...
It used to be that you were either dating or not, and that was it.
You were either dating or just...
Yeah.
I can't use the word.
Not together?
Yeah, but together.
Well, even... Okay, let's get beyond that. Yeah.
So, the way it sounds when you say, oh, my situationship came to Christmas, whatever it was, is that you were in a relationship with somebody who you didn't want to be in a relationship with, but kind of had to be because of a situation. Typically, it's you're living with them, and it's convenient, or it's a kind of a convenient thing. Okay. This other website describes it as emotional hookup with emotional benefits, as opposed to just strictly friends with benefits. Okay. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm dating this person not because I really like them, but because they're there. That's a situationship.
So that is the colloquial definition of situationship.
I'm going to be honest with you. Don't know what colloquial means. Can't even pronounce it.
Ruben, can you say charcuterie for me?
Shakira board.
I didn't even put the word board in there. You did that all on your own.
Because I know exactly what a charcuterie board is.
Nope, that's still wrong.
Well, I tried. I'm not good with words, and we know this.
Yeah, you don't talk good.
I don't talk good. Again, why use more words when few words do job? Or whatever Kevin says in the office.
Do trick.
Thank
Oh my
you.
gosh. Okay, I think by this definition, though, it totally falls within that category because neither of us was sure about our feelings for each other. And it was a situation, so the whole reason that we hadn't made it official yet was because we met.
Y'all were dating, and both of you guys made it clear in the beginning of the relationship, correct me if I'm wrong, that you guys were dating for marriage.
I mean, yes and no. That was the turning point for us. So up until that point, we had been on 3 dates prior. We met on January 8th on an online dating app.
January?
Sorry, December 8th.
I was going to say, wow. I was going to say, that's not a situationship. That's just poor communication.
Some dude you met on the street.
Jeez.
No. So we met on December.
Also considering the fact that you broke up with your fiance on like New Year's.
Yeah. I made it 363 days. My commitment to myself was that I was going to be single for a year and that I would consider being in a serious relationship after that. And then I met Brad.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I am so disappointed in you.
I know.
That you didn't make it the full year.
I know. And the only reason I didn't is because I went to freaking Italy.
Whoa. I mean, things could be worse. I've never been to Italy.
It was 3 months before COVID. Things could be better.
Yeah, well. Anyway.
I gotta say, this is an aside, but I gotta say when COVID hit and the two main, like, hot areas for the contagion were China and Italy, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you just come back from both?
Yes, I had been to China in July.
China.
And Italy in January, and I was like, am I patient zero?
Also cruise ships.
Yeah.
And you were on a cruise.
And I was on a cruise ship.
I actually thought, so a complete side note, I actually thought you guys were going to get stranded out there. I really did.
The cruise right after ours did.
That's, oh my God.
And we only made it off the ship because, well, and I don't know this, but it was so new at that point, and they had all of the regulations in place and all the testing that you were supposed to do to get off the ship. And my parents were like, no, just go. Like, it was chaos when we got off the cruise ship. And you know how it is getting off a cruise ship. Everything's very, like, regulated, and then you go into the warehouse where all your luggage is, and you have to go through the process to get out. They were supposed to have regulations in place. It was chaotic, and my parents were like, we are getting the F out of here because we do not want to get stuck here.
Especially in Long Beach.
Yeah. And then it was San Diego.
Oh,
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. But we got out of there, and then they turned our boat around, and the next cruise that went out got stuck in the harbor for like 3 months.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, Brad and I met December 8th of 2019. We went on our first date December 15th. We had one more date after that. Maybe two. Maybe it was two. I can't remember if it was one or two. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to Italy on a choir tour, leaving like December 30th, I think it was. And I'm not going to be able to see you, and I really like you, but we've only literally met in person like twice. And I really like you. I do not have, like, physically on the calendar, I do not have another day where I can see you. So your options are, and I probably still have the text. I was like, your options are, you can come to my gig, which he came, or you can come to which is where he met you.
The day I fell in love.
I know. You can come to my gig.
Sorry, babe.
Or you can come to my family Christmas. And I was, they're talking, they're not paying attention.
No, my wife just gave me a death stare. Did she just text you?
No, but I told him, like, your options are you can come to my gig on whatever day it was, or you can come to my family Christmas. And I understand if you don't want to come to either. I know we're, like, not serious yet. I know we don't know what this is. But he came to both. And at the family Christmas, actually, we were standing in this room where we're recording right now, wrapping presents, because it was like a last-minute wrapping presents job. And we had driven up in the car together. We had gone up together. And he, like, came up with my parents, and then he met my grandparents, and my family members, like, a different part of the family got here, the Sheedies, and they all...
What did you call them?
The Sheedies. Sheed, S-H-E-E-D-Y. They all came in through that front door. We're standing here. They come in through that door. My cousin RJ and my aunt and uncle come in.
Not me.
And my aunt and uncle come in, and I looked at them, and in that moment, I realized, holy crap, I don't know how to introduce Brad. Do I say, this is my friend? Because that's weird. Do I say, this is Brad? And then they're going to ask, oh, how do you know Brad? And then what do I say? And I was like, we got to establish what we are right now. I don't know. So I looked at him. This is the worst possible way I could have said this. I literally looked at him, panic, terror in my eyes, and went, what are we?
I wish I was here for that
I
one.
know. And he looks back at me, and he just went, oh, we're doing this now?
Oh, I can imagine. I can just see it.
Yeah. For a guy with anxiety, he handled it really, really well.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. And he was like, well, you know what my intentions are. I would like to make this serious if that's something that you're open to. And I went, I think I would like that. And then we just wrapped presents in silence for another 30 seconds.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And I was like, okay, let's go. And so we went over to my grandma's art studio in their office and we talked and we were both kind of like, okay, we're both really hurting from our previous relationships, but you seem really great and I think this is right and it feels right and I want to try it. And then we got married here a year and a half later. So obviously it worked, but all of that to say,
not a situationship.
Okay, we weren't sleeping together, but we were kind of like, I don't know what this is.
So a situationship at the end of the day is more of convenience than it is in reality of definition.
But it was a situation.
That doesn't make it a situationship.
Who gets to define what a situationship is?
So technically, Lauren and I, we started dating. It was a situation, but it's not a situationship. Lauren, do you want to come grab this microphone real quick? Because I think she has something to say. I'm not sure which microphone.
I think Lauren would like to go home.
I think she does want to go home.
Here, you want to use this one?
Yeah, just go. Yeah, squeeze up next
really
to Moxy.
Hello.
Speak louder than that, though.
Hello.
Did you have an opinion on this?
Yes, she's wrong. Sorry.
Wow.
Okay, I'd just like to point out that the Oxford Language Dictionary defines it as a romantic or sexual relationship that is not considered to be formal or established. No?
No, listen, we don't care about Oxford Dictionary. We don't care about...
I care about the Oxford Dictionary. You should too.
I don't care about the Oxford anything, especially the comma.
What about the shoes?
Sometimes. End of the story.
This podcast is just like if you took ADHD and made it a show.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
End of the conversation. Moral of the story is that you using the word situationship was for clout. And
how else was I supposed to say it?
You were not in a situationship.
Also, clout, it got 1 like, and the like was you.
Exactly. You know how much political capital I used on that like? I got kicked out of social clubs.
What should I have said instead?
The person that you were dating.
Well, we weren't officially dating yet.
Yeah, you had been on multiple dates. Lauren, if you're going to talk, speaking to the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Dating and relationships are different. You were dating this guy, you weren't officially in a relationship yet. A situationship can often be one-sided or just sexual, or one person wants something more, the other person is just chilling. It's not like there's rarely romantic feelings involved, or it's only one-sided romantic feelings. That was not a situationship. You were dating Brad. You just weren't officially with Brad yet.
A situationship would be Ted and Victoria Part 2.
Okay.
Because they were in a relationship together because it was convenient, not because they actually wanted to be together.
In my mind, though, we had only been on 2 dates.
You were dating. That was your 3rd date.
But in this day and age, if you are about to introduce someone to an entire room of your family and say, oh, we're dating, that means... you're in a relationship.
So here's the honest to God truth, and we can wrap it up here because we've got about 10 minutes longer.
Also, I want to know what the listeners think about this.
Oh yeah, for sure. The listeners.
The listeners. I sing for a living.
The honest to God mistake was that you brought him to a family.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely should not have done that.
Way too soon.
Yeah.
Way too soon.
Entirely too soon.
Like. Honestly, like there should be like a rule of when do you actually introduce this person to.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure there is somewhere, but that was your own doing.
Yeah, no, that was completely my fault. But also it wasn't, because I had met this guy. He seemed amazing. I wanted to see him again. I gave him the option. I said, you can come or you can not come. I'm just like, these are the days that I'm available. You can choose to come or not, but just know that if you don't, I'm going to be out of the country for 3 weeks.
I have such a
I know you do.
Brain.
You need to shut up.
All I'm thinking about is Donald Trump saying, I'm going to come.
Do not come.
But so here for people in the future who find themselves in a situation where they just don't have time to truly define the relationship, find an alternative. Like, I know for you, it's really difficult to make time a lot of times, but it could have easily been a thing where like, hey, on the drive home, there's a Denny's. Like, let's get a hot cocoa together. You know, that's something that Lauren and I did a lot. and still do occasionally.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't have worked because we drove with my parents. But
again,
the story
I'm
is
a lawyer
the story.
at heart.
Honestly, I mean, it's a very like romantic comedy story. Like, and we went over and we had our first kiss in the art studio right after that, and then about 10 seconds after we had our first kiss, Grandpa came in, and we were just like, "Oh, I'm just showing Brad the art studio."
Could have been worse.
It could have been, but I mean, it's a really cute story, and I think both of us are so indecisive that it needed to happen that way. Like, we needed to be put in a situation where both of us were like, "Oh, what's going on?" to actually make a decision.
It could have been a thing where I happened to have been a part of this thing and been like, "Hey, so what do you get?" Like when we ran into Zach Gomez at the Queen concert.
Yeah, that one did not end well, though.
No, for
bad.
sure. But
oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I turned to Zach Gomez and I go, "Hey, is this your wife?" And it wasn't. And I don't know if I should be saying his business.
Yeah, I would maybe not say his last name.
Yeah. Let me start that over.
Zach
again.
Levi.
So Lauren and I ran into this guy, a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, and he was with some chick, and I turned to him and I go,
woman?
A woman. I mean,
he forgot the word woman.
Yeah. And I turned to him and I go, "Oh, is this your wife?" And he looks at me and goes, "Oh no, I'm in the middle of a divorce." And I'm like, "Oh, so what's going on?" And the woman looks at me and goes, "Ask him," and walks away.
Oh.
So I could have been there for that.
Yeah, somehow I have a feeling that at that time in your relationship with Brad, it would not have gone so well.
I loved that man at that point.
No.
I would have died for that man.
One date in?
I mean, I met him and I instantly knew he was the man for me. I mean, for you.
Yeah, well, 1 hour before that, you were calling him mean names because he worked with kids. So.
Well, what kind of guy chooses to work with kids?
One who likes children.
Yeah, I know.
And needs a job.
Well, that part makes
and
more
went
sense.
To that school.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't try to bring logic into this argument, okay?
Well, that's what I've been trying to do this whole episode. But...
yeah, and you're wrong. But let us know what you think. Hit us up on Threads.
Yeah, tell us in the comments.
Remember back in the day when we were all about Clubhouse?
Oh my gosh.
Threads feels like
no,
Clubhouse.
Threads is 100% the new Clubhouse, and Blue Sky is the new Threads. Look at me being ahead of the times.
But no, Blue Sky's been around longer though.
Well, yeah, but it hasn't been taking off until recently.
Yeah, I wonder why. Anyway, my name is Ruben J.
And I'm Moxy Ann. Hey, let us know what you think of this episode. Let us know your opinion. If you're listening to this on Spotify, there is a really cool comment feature, and we promise we will read your comments if you leave them in there.
How do you use a comment feature?
I'll show you later. Don't worry, Grandpa.
What's Spotify?
Are
we on FM radio?
Oh my gosh. Leave a comment there if you're watching this on YouTube. Leave a comment there. Let us know what your opinion is. I really want to have anyone else tell me that I'm correct, but I have a feeling that's not going to happen.
If you're listening to this on 103.4, The Seal.
The Seal?
You can message us.
Like an ocean
sending us a letter.
mammal?
Our address is 1289 Main Street.
What?
Where are we?
Are you okay?
Goodbye.